Poland Daily Business Edition. Tonight we are at Katowice, where law and justice members of parliament, activists gathered to create new program of this party for the upcoming election and hopefully for the upcoming 4 years of term. Member of Parliament Bartłomiej Wróblewski is our guest, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
The issue in the last months was the justice reform of the Polish justice system. Where are we right now in this process?
We are going to continue our reforms in the justice because it is expected by a majority of Polish people. About 80% of Polish citizens expect the reform will be continued. We were able to do part of it in the last 3 years, but there are a lot of fields in the justice system which are necessary to reform.
Let us say why this reform was needed, why the Law and Justice considered this reform as necessary, because that's not entirely clear for the people who are not following Polish politics very closely.
There are many reasons. According to Polish people, there are a lot of problems as for Polish judiciary. First of all, cases in the courts last too long. Second, people claim that they are not treated well in the courts, that Jews don't behave in the proper way. Third thing is that that is important for many people, that there were no change after 1989. I mean, there was no personal change. I mean, there is a continuation between communistic justice and the modern democratic Poland.
Among the reforms is the creation of the new chamber of the Supreme Court that will handle the disciplinary issues with the judges, and also the new body that is appointed to elect or select the judges.
As for Supreme Court, we have 2 new chambers. First is to have first is disciplinary chamber for judges and other members of judiciary, other people functioning in the judiciary system. And the second one is for public affairs. And the thing you mentioned, the body which is responsible for election of new judges, it was changed as well.
This is National Judiciary Council. That's the English translation of Krajowa Rada Sądownictwa. And the bulk of the changes happened last year, 2018. Can we say that after a few months of the operation of the new institution, we can sense or we can have a measurable improvement in the works of Polish judiciary?
There is a change, but it is necessary to continue, because we reform some of the institutions. We started reforming procedures, civil, criminal, administrative procedures, so it will last. It's not so simple thing. It is complication. I mean, the judiciary system is complicated, so it will last, and that's why we are going to win the next election in the autumn and to have chance to continue.
hopefully so. You are by trade, you have a PhD in law and you are constitutional law specialist. Given the chance that Law and Justice will have the majority necessary to push through the change of the constitution, what would be the change like?
That's a complicated question. It is possible, but it's not sure that that Law and Justice will have a good majority in the new parliament, and maybe with other parties it will be possible to have this constitutional majority. That's necessary to think about changing constitution.
That's 3/4 of votes.
Two-thirds, 307 deputies for 460 of 460. It's not easy to answer your question, but surely I will show you a couple of fields where the change is expected. First of all, it would be a new constitution without this post-communist traces which we have in the present constitution. Present constitution, it was a kind of compromise between post-communist elites and opposition parties. I mean, opposition from the time of communist times. And the new constitution would be without this compromise. It would surely say condemn the time before 1989. As for institutions, there will be to some extent continuation, but I think there would be a change. For example, I think majority of Polish people would like to have a bit stronger president. Now we have president who has a very strong democratic mandate because he is elected in ordinary election, but he has not so many competences, not so much power. So probably his position would be strengthened. The next question is judiciary system. I think it would go in the direction of simplification of the judiciary system. It was created after 1989, according some very theoretic conceptions. It is very different than in democratic countries like Germany or United States. So I think we would have a kind of simplification of this system. Surely it's necessary to have a chapter about European Union and all these ties connected with European integration, about position of Polish law toward to European communities law. So, as I told you, in many fields, in many parts of constitution, it would be changed. But I think if we were going to change constitution, I think it's necessary to take into account other views, not only of our voters, because constitution is for everybody. So I don't exclude it would be changes which would be interesting, which would be important for other group of Polish people. So as when I was referring different ideas as for new constitution, I would like to stress it's not constitution only for our voters. It would be new constitution of New Poland.
And we will see, first of all, what the result of the election in October or early November will be, and then what the discussion will be like after that. Bartłomiej Wróblewski, PhD of law and member of parliament from the Greater Poland, that's around Poznań, ladies and gentlemen, was our guest, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was it for Poland Daily Business.